Python functions you're not using are probably the ones that would save you the most time. Here are 5 ridiculously useful functions hiding in plain sight. First function is batched function. It's function from itertools module. So from itertools, I will import batched function. It splits an iterable into chunks of a given size. Let's say I have a list that has numbers 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And let's say I want to group elements 2 by 2. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and nothing. So I'll write for batch in batched. Here, pass an iterable, and then how many numbers you want to group. Let's say 2. And let's print that batch to see how it looks like. And as I have told you, 10, 11, 12, and 13 are paired, and 14 with nothing is paired. Second function is pairwise function. It's function from the same module, so from itertools I will import pairwise, and this one gives you overlapping pairs. So this will pair 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, and 14. Let me show you what it looks like. Let's print and convert the pairwise into list. So here, print list pairwise and pass an iterable. Now when I run this, I should see a list of 2 pairs. As I have told you, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, and 14. They are overlapping and they are consecutive pairs. And that's it from the itertools module. The third function I want to show you is from secrets module. So I will here import secrets module, and I want to show you how you can create cryptographically secure random strings, perfect for API keys and password resets. So I will use token to be secrets.token URL safe. And here you need to pass the number of bytes. For example, let's write 16. That should be around 22 characters. And let's print that token. As you can see, this is a pretty safe password, or better say, token. Fourth very useful function I want to show you comes from AST module, and it's called literal eval. So it actually evaluates a raw string. Let's say I have a raw string that is actually a dictionary. So I will call it raw dictionary, and it looks like this. When you look at this string, you know that this is a dictionary where 1 and 2 are keys and 1 and 2 written in words are values. Let's also create a raw list that will have the following elements. And for these reasons, to actually get the dictionary from the raw dictionary and raw LST, we are going to use literal eval function from AST module. So LST should be ast.literaleval raw LST. And from, I'll create a dictionary variable to store the dictionary, and from AST, I'll get the literal eval function and pass raw dictionary. And when I print both of them, LST, and print dictionary, you will see that they will look like dictionary and a list. The first one is a list, and the second one is a dictionary. The fifth and last function I want to show you is redirect std out function used to redirect your output. To get this function, you first have to import context lib module, and from there import your redirect std out function. Here I have a log.txt function that is empty, and I want, when I print something, to don't print it on a console, but actually move that output to this log.txt. So I will use with, because I'm working with files, so I will use context managers, open log.txt, log.txt in write-only mode as f. But now I want to redirect this f, so I'll write redirect standard output to this f. And when I here try and print, let's say 1, also print 2, and let's say print 3, none of these output will be seen on my console, but rather in this log.txt file. Let me show you when I run the code. As you can see, nothing is printed on the console even though I have written print. But if I open my log.txt, here you can see I get 1, 2, and 3. If you want even more underrated tools, check out my videos on the top 5 itertools functions. It's packed with tricks every Python developer should know. And if you found this useful, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next Python tutorial.